Hey yo, what's up everyone? Swag here, and today, it's a bit of a different video. It's kind of like the video I did before. I did a Fultrex interview. Judging by the title, you know what the video's gonna be about. It's basically a Fultrex interview, and don't worry, I received criticism for that first video because we were just typing in a Roblox chat, and I really didn't edit, and I just put it uncut. I should have edited it to make it better, and I even included the part where a fan stopped by into the game and interrupted the interview. I won't say interrupted because, the fan's nice. He's awesome. But, yeah, you guys, I took your criticism and we decided to do it over Discord, the interview. So we basically chatted, so I'm going to read off the text messages that we did, and hopefully you guys like this interview better than the last one. So, yeah. Basically, the first question I asked him was how it felt to basically collab with someone who's at 100k subscribers. And by the person who had 100k, I'm talking about Parlo. Parlo and Fultrex recently collabed on a Lit Candles Exposed video. And Fultrex responded with pretty exciting, honestly. I'd collab with Parlo before on his now deleted Lisa Gaming Nuke, but he only had 10k subs then, so it was completely different but really exciting, and I was happy to do it. Now, the next question I asked what happened to his current channel, the channel that was in the Parlo video that he promoted, which was his current channel. He said that he deleted it for reasons he didn't want to go into at the moment. He said he may explain more later if he'd like, and that his only channel currently up is Fultrex Games, which I'll just leave it in the description in case you guys want to sub to Fultrex. In case there's any Fultrex fans on the channel, I don't know, but you guys can sub to his new channel or his temporary channel that he's probably inactive on for the moment. So yeah. So the third question I asked him is, I mentioned the fact that he said that in the Parlo collab video, the content nuke on Lit Candles, that he said that Lit Candles doxed him, basically, and he replied saying that when she leaked the entire group chat on her Twitter account, it did have personal information. He said in the video that it had his face in it. And I asked him if he wanted to take legal action at the time that this all took place. He said that Lit Candles included his cousin's face in the group chats. And he said, responding to my, did you want to take legal action, saying that he was a minor, and so was Lit Candles, and he didn't really consider it, but it was really messed up, and it did bug him a lot. I think I threatened them with it at one point, but especially since it had some of my cousin's shit who wasn't even involved. And then he said, and it had his name in it. So Lit Candles apparently doxed Fultrex's face, Fultrex's name, and Fultrex's cousin's face. And I mentioned the fact that he said that many people sided with Lit Candles, at least the majority, during this whole beef where Lit Candles leaked a group chat that he or she was in with Fultrex. And Fultrex said in that Parlo video that Koneko Kitten sided with Lit Candles, even though Lit Candles doxed Fultrex. Fultrex said that yes, Koneko did side with Lit Candles, and he said if you go on the Wayback Machine, you probably could find it, but he tweeted out to me at the time something like victim card, and tried to say I didn't own up to it, and was playing victim, blah blah blah. And I said, are you still mad at him for this? He said that he kinda is mad at Koneko to this day, since he never addressed it anywhere. And I asked him, did you message him about it afterwards? And he said that he didn't get the chance to, since he did not have direct contact with Koneko at the time. And another question I asked him is, did you ever make a video on the situation besides the Parlo collab, which I'm referring to the Lit Candle situation? And he said he did. He made a couple videos about the entire situation on an older channel that he used at the time, and a couple on the most recent channel that he had deleted. Another question I asked him if he regretted deleting his channel, his recent channel, that he promoted during the Parlo video, which gained a lot of traction, because you would expect people to search up the channel. When he said he does sort of in some ways, in other ways he thinks it's for the best. He doesn't really know, so I guess he's like debating. He kind of has like 50-50 feelings that, yeah, I kind of regret it because it probably would have gained a lot of traction and subscribers, but at the same time it was probably for the best. I think that's what he's trying to say in this message. Another question I asked was about the whole recent Cythix drama. Now, a lot of people might not know about this if they only know Fultrex from YouTube, but if you guys know Fultrex on Twitter, then you guys are probably familiar with the recent situation that occurred. So I asked him, so I said this, so you and Cythix had drama for almost a year, and it wasn't a big deal, because basically they were having just petty drama. It wasn't that big of a deal. But recently, you made allegations that he abused his GF. At the time, do you think the situation could have been handled differently? Fultrex responds with, yeah, I'd say it could have been handled better. A lot of it was rushed because we were all very emotional at the time. It was posted and weren't rational like normal. Another question I asked him if he was shocked that Logic, who is another small commentary YouTuber, that Logic was dating Cythix's ex, who was the main person during the allegations that Fultrex was, alleging. And I asked him, do Cythix and Logic know each other in real life? Because I find it kind of shocking that Logic, like Cythix's ex, is dating Logic. I think that they'd have like some sort of connection to each other or go to the same school. But Fultrex said that he was pretty shocked, and he's even more shocked that Logic and Cythix's ex, Desi, continued to date after the events, and it felt like it came out of nowhere. And he said that Cythix and Logic do not know each other in real life, and they are in different states. And another thing I asked is that in the situation he claimed in the allegations, he claimed that Cythix fat-shamed his ex, and she thanked Fultrex for making the situation public with a screenshot, and he said that's correct. And I don't have the screenshot with me, but I do remember the screenshot saying something along the words of, thank you for making this public or something like that. Love you, Fult. Appreciate it, and love you, Fult. That was basically along the words of that. So, Desi, Cythix's ex, did in fact thank him for making this whole thing public. So I asked him, because Desi, after apparently appreciating Fultrex to, appreciating that Fultrex made this public and awareness, I guess, Desi basically went on an interview with Cythix, and I asked him how he felt when Desi said that basically Fultrex stretched things, and Fultrex said that he felt very horrible about that. And I said, so Warren got involved in the drama when at first he knew nothing about the situation. Do you think he was immature to point fingers at Cythix and call him out publicly without getting his side? His side meaning Cythix's side. And then Fultrex says, yeah, I do agree. Warren did spread some misinformation at first. However, he did learn his side and did correct the mistakes he made. So I'd say it doesn't matter too much, just an honest fuck up, which he owned up to. So then I said, so at the end, you and Cythix became friends after the back and forth allegations that both of you guys provided proof of. Because Cythix and Fultrex's side, they both provided screenshots, receipts, evidence, backing up their claims. So people are finding it hard to believe that you guys will become friends again when you guys have said that many times after, their current beefs have ended. And then I asked him, how do we know it's the truth? And he said it's the truth because he's just sick of fighting with him. And he has no interest to continue with it. And he thinks that Cythix feels the same way. And it's mentally draining and tiring. And he said that we decided we'd never agree, so it's best to move on. So then I move on to the next subject, basically talking about the whole Parlo Warren situation. So I said, when you leaked those group chat messages when Parlo was saying those stuff about Warren, death threats, striking, etc., were you friends with Warren at the time or just Parlo? So Fultrex said he was friends with both, which is why he did not immediately leak the DMs when the messages were initially sent. However, later he changed his mind due to the nature of them. So Fultrex is in a very, very tough position right now because he's friends with both of them. If he doesn't tell Warren, he'd basically be hiding the stuff that he's basically hiding stuff from his friend. But if he tells Warren, then, he's a good friend. He's just, Parlo just needs to improve himself, if I'm just being honest. So then I say, so loafee claimed that you kicked him out of the group chat and backstabbed him in Parlo. How do you feel about that? Then Fultrex responds with, I don't understand why loafee thinks I backstabbed him when none of the messages I leaked were even about him. A couple had him in it, but were minor, and nothing bad happening. I kicked all of them from the group chat just to archive it since it wasn't being used. The group chat was made for the candle situation, which was basically over, so didn't need to be around. For Parlo, I think I did the right thing since he said a lot of fucked up things, saying someone should die, supporting them, and their family getting doxxed. Then I asked why did he mention Warren in the group chat, because if it was about a candle situation, Fultrex said Parlo has an obsession with Warren, in my opinion. He hates Warren, hates Warren, can't stop bringing him up. And I asked why mention him when the situation was about lit candles. And then Fultrex said, not sure, honestly. The group chat drifted off topic at times quite a bit. And I think due to Parlo's obsession and hatred, he just felt the need to bring him up. Then I asked him, so Parlo has been saying death threats for a couple months now, including hoping that Lisa dies, her fans, hoping at least 2 people get cancer. How do you feel when he was exposed for that? Then Fultrex said that he was indifferent and that he first thought it was just out of character or there was more to the story, but now seeing it firsthand, I can confirm it's all legit. He's like this, and then I told him that he admitted to it. Then I said, so how do you feel after Warren said him and Parlo are on good terms? Do you think he said that because Parlo's afraid of his rep getting ruined and wanted to make peace with Warren, or do you think it's all just legit? Meaning, Parlo just wanted to apologize immediately after the video was up just to save his rep and save his ass. And then Fultrex said Warren has since gone back on it. We've actually talked in a new group chat he made about it while this interview is happening, because he found out Parlo lied. He had lied about basically everything in his response. And I asked, he made a response, and then Fultrex said in his Discord, but it was really bad. And then I just asked him about how he felt about Parlo, linking smaller creators' videos, exposed videos on him or criticism videos, basically linking them in his community post or his description of videos, basically with the intent of his fans to dislike those videos so they would have a bad rep on the video and people would automatically assume that the video has misinformation and then yada yada yada. And then for the rest of it, we basically just talked about the fat Roblox situation in Parlo. That was basically it.